still want to switch?
Yo, what is up, you squids? In today's video, I ended up jumping on a Harley for the first time. Now, don't get me wrong, I love all bikes. And after riding my boy's Harley, I started considering trading and riding sport bikes for the Harley lifestyle. But there are just a few things I couldn't ignore. So anyway, me and my boy David went for a ride. We hit a light, and he had asked me prior if I wanted to switch bikes. And at first I was like, nah, I'm okay. Like, I know that's your pride and joy. We were kind of far from our destination, but as we got closer and time went on, I kept thinking to myself, with the angel and the devil on my shoulder, like, jump on the Harley, YOLO. Then backing down, like, I ride sport bikes. It's not really me. But we pulled to this light, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to miss out on this opportunity. It's more riding experience, something different. I want to switch it up. So I ended up asking him, like, yo, you still want to switch? We agreed, just a couple blocks from grabbing lunch. But the first thing I noticed is the weight. Now wait, before you rag on me in the comments, I know there are lighter Harleys out there, but they just aren't my style. I know the Honda Rebel is a cool, like, 400 pounds, but it's just not me. Cruisers just don't have enough power for me. They also are just a lot more expensive. Like, the average, newer Harley goes for about 40 grand. And once you add on gear, extras or customization, the price just doesn't add up. Like, that 2023 or even like older R1s go for probably half of that. You'll find a brand new R1 probably for about 15, 16 grand. It just doesn't add up, whether it be financially or, like I said, power to weight ratio. You can make 70 foot-pounds of torque and 180 horsepower on a cruiser, and you're not going to go really fast just because, like I said, the power to weight ratio. But if you do the same thing on a sports bike, like, let's say an R1 or a Super Duke, you're going to make 190 horsepower and 72 foot-pounds of torque, but you're going to go a lot faster, and it's going to feel a lot more fun. My next reason would just be, honestly, cruisers don't have, some of the newer technology like ABS and traction control, wheelie control. Like, there's just so much that you're going to pay for and, not get the most out of it. So for me, it's like, meh. Instead, you get Bose speakers, a bunch of buttons that allow you to mold the seat to how you want to sit and feel comfortable. You get a couple touch screens, and it's just overrated for me. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for a pure riding experience, but when you tack on $800 for ABS, it just becomes insane. Before in the comments I get hit with the, but it just doesn't add up. Like, no, not doing it. Sorry. And I know messing with a pure riding experience may just suck at first and be weird, but there's a reason why all this new technology exists. Like, it keeps riders safe, keeps the bike from, getting just completely and utterly destroyed. But go try a quick shifter and tell me that's not God's gift. My next point would have to be just cruisers don't handle well. Like, I know I get it. You see all those clips of cops on their Road Kings cutting up through cones and having the time of their lives, but it's just not performing the way it should. Like, on a bike, you're supposed to be able to maneuver quickly, react quickly. As you can probably tell in the clip, like, I had to, let out the clutch a little slow, get to rolling, and then give it a little throttle. But it's just not meant for cutting up corners and carving up city streets. And I know the clips are fun to watch, but can you do that on your Road King? No, you ended up bottoming out your suspension, scraping your pegs, probably, letting your bags hit the ground. It's just not worth it. And I know you can easily convert, cruisers over to handle just as well as sport bikes, but the amount of pain, suffering, and money you'd have to dump into the bike is just not worth it. But to be fair, your average, Vespa scooter can outmaneuver some of these Harleys, and it's just not worth it. Like, nah. And for me, I don't know, the cruiser community, they're not that friendly. And, before you get in the comments and say, you know what, that's not me, that's not us, I've seen firsthand that cruisers will not, you know, wave behind next to a sport bike. They don't like riding together. They always try to convince you to get a cruiser, or they just talk down on sports bikes. If you don't think this doesn't apply to you, then it probably doesn't. When, yo, I just started on a 250 or a 300, and then the cruiser rider's just like, yeah, well, you know, that Happy Meal toy can't even get up to highway speed. You might want to be careful on it. And don't get me wrong, I have a few Harley friends that ride, or cruiser friends that ride, and they're some of the, you know, coolest people that you'll ever meet. And I know I probably just spent the last, I don't know, 5-6 minutes kind of just bashing Harleys, and, you know, that doesn't mean that you don't go out there and get a cruiser. I love all bikes. They're just not for me. And maybe, you know, once I get older and get out of my, like, speedy, trying to get everywhere and beat the GPS every time I ride, I'll eventually get one. But as of now, I probably won't be trading in sport bikes or supermotos for a cruiser. That's pretty much it for today's video, boys. And whatever girls end up watching this, like I said, get a cruiser if it fits you and that's your riding style. But me and my boy just pulled in to grab lunch. We're gonna, you know, hop off the bikes, park up, and just chit chat for a little bit. Talk about the ride, talk about, you know, why we switched bikes and how comfortable it was and the ups and downs of having a cruiser. But connect with me on all socials. Links will be in the description down below. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what bike you ride. Or, like, let me know if you want to do a ride out sometime. I'm always down to just crush some miles and, you know, have fun with the boys. Hope you guys are riding safe. Have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
It doesn't matter, usually over there, but I... What's up? Put your kickstand down. What the fuck? Bro. What the fuck? Oh man.